यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं। नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामिनामिने। कृपया क्षमताम् अपराधिजनम् खलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधव देवपदम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथेर आरंभे करि मंगलाचरण गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तीनेर स्मरणे हय विघ्न विनाशन अनायासे हय निज वांछित पूरन। So tomorrow is the disappearance of Sri Jagadish Pandit Prabhu and also Sri Jiva Goswami Prabhu. So tomorrow we will not be able to go through both the biographies of both the Vaishnavas. Therefore, I thought today we will go through Jiva Goswami's biography and tomorrow we will go through Jagadish Pandit, his biography. Okay, because from day after tomorrow we will continue our Srimad Bhagavat, because there are so many tithis that have come. Therefore, we had to, one day we are speaking, another day another tithi, so there is some break. So let us go through Sri Jiva Goswami's holy life today, and then we will go through Jagadish Pandit. Tomorrow is festival in Chagda, place where Jagadish Pandit Prabhu stayed with Jagannath Dev, serving Jagannath Dev. So tomorrow is the annual function at Chagda. So we will hear about Jagadish Pandit Prabhu tomorrow, and today about Jiva Goswami. So if sun has come, you can open the doors. There is sun or no? There is sun? Okay, you can open the door. In Sri Krishna's pastimes, one of the Manjaris, her name is Vilasa Manjari. That Vilasa Manjari has become Jiva Goswami in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, according to Gauraganoddesh Deepika, written by Kavi Karnapur. And he is the son of Anupam or Sri Vallabh. Anupama is the brother of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. They are the three brothers. Anupam is the younger brother of Rupa and Sanatana, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu named Anupam as Vallabh. He gave the name Vallabh. So, Jiva Goswami is the son of Vallabha or Anupam. Anupam Malik. The Muslims gave him the name Anupam Malik, and he is Sri Vallabh given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like Dabir Khas to Rupa Goswami, Sakar Malik, he was given name Sanatana Goswami. It is written in Gaur Ganadesh Deepika about Jiva Goswami, Sushilaha Panditaha Shriman Jivaha Vallabha Atmajaha. The son of Vallabha, Sri Jiva Goswami, is very, very gentle and very learned. Is a very learned person. According to some, Sri Jiva Goswami appeared in 1433 Shakabda, and according to some, he appeared in 1455. Some say that he appeared in 33, some say 55. He took birth in Malda. Malda is, Ramkeli. The village called Ramkeli is there. Station name is Malda. When his father Anupam, Rupa Goswami and Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, when they were working at Malda or Ramkeli village, Jiva Goswami took birth at that time. And Narahari Chakravarti Thakur, he has written in Bhakti Ratnakar about the 7 generations about Jiva Goswami. The 7 generations about Rupa Goswami, they are Jiva Goswami, they are written in Gaur Ganadesh Deepika. Of course, we are not going into details of that here, but those who want to know about the previous 7 generations of and how, because they belong to a Brahminical family, high class Brahminical family. But Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami's father and grandfather, they belong to South India, South Indian Karnataka Brahmins they were. But his father and grandfather moved to Bengal in order to serve there. And his father served under Muslims, and then Rupa Sanatana also continued that. So they were actually very high class, learned Carnatic Brahmanas, Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. But they considered themselves as Muslims because they associated with them, they served them, they worked under them. So those who want to know, the previous 7 generations of Jiva Goswami, one has to go through Gaur Ganadesh Deepika. Mahaprabhu, when he went to Ramkeli to meet Rupa and Sanatana, it is said that Jiva Goswami was also there. Jiva Goswami saw Mahaprabhu when he was small boy. When Jiva Goswami was small boy, he got an opportunity to see Mahaprabhu. When Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, after they met Mahaprabhu in Ramkeli, their detachment to material things increased further. They were already detached, but after they met Mahaprabhu, they became completely detached from material things, and they gave up, both of them gave up the service at Hussain Shah Badshah to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By seeing this, Jiva Goswami's renunciation has also increased. He also wanted to give up everything. He was a small boy at that time, he was not old. But still, his detachment to material things, the feeling of renunciation was increased a lot. And here it is written about his renunciation, Je hoite Goswami gele na Vrindavane, sei hoite Srijivero kiba hoilo mane. Since the time Goswamis, means Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, left for Vrindavan, from that time onwards, Jiva Goswami's heart was so much, perturbed. Means he wanted to leave the family life. Nana Ratna Bhusha Paridheyo Sukshmavas Apurva Shayana Shayya Bhojana Vilas. Rupa Goswami and Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they were very, very rich. Lots of money. So naturally, Jiva Goswami was also the he was inheriting all the property, so he was very rich. So he was in the middle of Nana Ratna Bhusha, very highly precious gems, decorative stones, and Sukshmavas, very fine cloth, nice cloths, and beautiful ornaments. Apurva Shayana Shayya, and very unprecedented bed. It's a very nice bedding, very soft bed, very soft and comfortable to the body. Bhojana Vilas, and when it comes to food, very lavish food, very opulent food. All these things were available at the house. ये सब छाड़िलो किछु नाही भाई चिते राज्यादि विषय वार्ता न पारे सुनिते. Even though all these comforts, luxuries were available, none of them were pleasing Jiva Goswami. After Rupa and Sanatana left the family life, Jiva Goswami's life was his mental state, his heart was like this, that even though in the middle of such lavish, luxurious or comfortable life, nothing was palatable to him. He was not liking any of those things. And when it comes to talking about material subject matters, when it talks about the kingly affairs, he was not at all interested in them. This was the state of Jiva Goswami. And in this manner, Jiva Goswami continued his life. One day, he could see in his dream Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing in ecstasy while performing Krishna Nam Sankirtan. Those who constantly think about the Supreme Lord, they, even when they are sleeping, they are always contemplating. Their body is at rest, but their mind is thinking about the Supreme Lord. So here Jiva Goswami, while awake, materially awake, they are always awake, but I am just speaking about while they are materially awake, he was completely, detached from all the things. He did not take any interest in talking about mundane affairs or kingly duties. He was not interested. And while sleeping, he was seeing the Mahaprabhu dancing in ecstasy to Krishnam Sankirtan. And then when he saw this, he became even more, determined to give up his family life. When he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his dream, he was even more determined that I shall give up. And in this manner, he left the place where he was staying, and then he came to Navadvip. He left the family life and came to Navadvip to take darshan of the Lord. There, in Srivasangan, Nityananda Prabhu gave his darshan. Nityananda Prabhu came there, and Nityananda Prabhu gave his darshan to Jiva Goswami. And then Nityananda Prabhu ordered, you should go to Vrindavan. Go to Vrindavan, because that is the place Mahaprabhu gave to the Goswamis. You go there. It is written in Bhakti Ratnakar, the entire episode is described like this: Nityananda Prabhu Mahavatsalye Bihval Dharilo Shri Jiva Mathe Charana Jugal. When Nityananda Prabhu or when Jiva Goswami came to Navadvip, Nityananda Prabhu came there and he showered lots of mercy with affection. Why affection? Because both of his parents, means the uncles and also father, Anupama also joined Rupa Goswami. Rupa, Anupama or Vallabha and Sanatana, all three of them they left. So Jiva Goswami, because all the three had surrendered to Mahaprabhu, naturally Nityananda Prabhu had lot of love and affection on Jiva Goswami. It is but obvious. So on the head of Jiva Goswami, Nityananda Prabhu placed his feet and showered his mercy. Sri Jivera Anugraha Sima Prakashila Bhumi Hoite Turi Drida Alingana Kaila. Jiva Goswami fell flat on the ground and offered obeisances. And by showering his mercy upon Jiva, Nityananda Prabhu lifted him up and he embraced Jiva Goswami. Prabhu Premaveshe kahe, Tumara nimitte ailam shigra eta khadadaha hoite. At that time Nityananda Prabhu was in Khadadaha. Nityananda Prabhu is telling that only to meet you I have come very quickly from Khadadaha. Because Jiva Goswami left his place, Bakla Chandradvip, he was staying there. From there he came to Navadvip in search of the Lord. So Nityananda Prabhu became very gracious and then he came from Khadadaha to specially shower his mercy on Jiva Goswami. Eche oiche kotakahi Sri Jivera sthir koila. And Sri Jiva Goswami was constantly weeping in ecstasy that he is not able to, he was totally, intoxicated with Krishna Prem, and he was crying, he was weeping. Then Nityananda Prabhu consoled him, pacified him. I am here for you. I have come all the way from Khadadaha. Why are you worrying? Krishna will shower your mercy, his mercy upon you. In this manner, Nityananda Prabhu consoled him. And Srivasa and other devotees, they were made to shower their mercy upon him. Nikate Rakhiya Ati Ananda Hiyai Shrijive Paschima Deshe Kariye Vidai. He made him sit, he made Jiva Goswami sit next to him. Nityananda Prabhu consoled him, he embraced him, he spoke very affectionate words towards him. And then he told, please go to Vrindavan. Prabhu kahe, Shighra Braje Karaho Prayan, Tumara Banshe Prabhu, Diya Chena Sahi Sthan. Nityananda Prabhu told that go to Vrindavan. This is the place allotted to you by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they were given the position in Vrindavan. Raghunath Das Goswami was also sent to Vrindavan. He went to Vrindavan. Raghunath Bhatta was sent to Vrindavan. So, all the Goswamis, they were given place in Vrindavan. Why? They have the duty of, writing scriptures and bringing the lost places into sight and establishing the deity worship and then propagating Krishna Nam. These were the duties given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Rupa and Sanatana. And other Raghunath Bhatta, Raghunath Das, Gopala Bhatta, they all joined. Now Jiva Goswami is here. So Nityananda Prabhu says, Mahaprabhu allotted Vrindavan to all the Goswamis, you should go there. Upon receiving the instruction or order of Nityananda Prabhu, he went there. Shri Jiva Balaka Kale Balakera Sane Shri Krishna Sambandha Bina Khela Nahi Jane. Here in Bhaktiratnakar also it is mentioned about how Jiva Goswami spent his childhood days. How Jiva Goswami spent his childhood days It is written by Ghanshyam Das or Narahari Chakravarti Thakur in Bhakti Ratnakar. He is writing, when he was child, Jiva Goswami was not interested in playing with other fellow children. Krishna Balarama Murti Nirman Koriya Koritena Puja Pushpa Chandanadi Diya. He used to make deities of Krishna and Balaram with mud, and then he used to give flowers, sandalwood paste, garland, etc. to the murtis, to the deities. Vividha Bhushana Vastre Shobha Atishay Animesha Netre Dekhi Ullasa Hriday. And then he would decorate them with cloths, with other ornaments. Jiva Goswami would do that, and he would see the deities without even blinking the eyes. He would constantly look at the, means he would not miss even a fraction of a second from taking darshan of the deities. Kanaka Puttali Prai Padi Kshititale Karite Pranam Sikta Hailo Netra Jale. And he would fall flat on the ground. It was as if like golden, molten gold has fallen on the floor. Jiva Goswami was effulgent like molten gold. You know gold? Molten gold? Melt? You know melting? Liquid? Yes. So, just like a molten gold means just like a shining gold. Molten means when it is molten, it's very shining. So, just like a shining gold, he would fall flat on the floor in front of the deities. He would decorate them, he would offer various kinds of worship, and then he would fall flat in front of the deities, even with a small child. Karite pranam sikta haila netra jale. And when he was offering obeisances, his eyes would be filled with tears. He had moist eyes when he offered obeisances to the deities. Means he was completely in ecstasy when he was doing all these things. Vividha misthana ati jatne bhog diya bhunjitena prasada balaka gane laya. And then he would offer various sweetmeats to the Lord, and he would distribute to the other children, and he would also take prasad that has been offered to the deities. So this was his childhood play. Like we play football, badminton, cricket, all these things. He was worshipping the deity even when he was a child. So now coming back to the current story, that is after he received the order of Nityananda Prabhu, he went to Jiva Goswami. He at first took darshan of Navadvip Dham. Nityananda Prabhu very mercifully took Jiva Goswami all around the Navadvipa, the 9 islands. We have Navadvip Dham Parikrama. We are reading from Navadvip Dham Parikrama. This has been initiated by Nityananda Prabhu first. Nityananda Prabhu was the first one to take Jiva Goswami and others along and show the entire pastime place of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and explain the glories of various places. So following Nityananda Prabhu, we are, our Gurudev. Guru is not different from Nityananda. He has taken us. So in this manner, this is continuing. So Nityananda Prabhu took Jiva Goswami to various places in Navadvip, and then after that, following the instruction of Nityananda, he headed towards North India, but at first he went to Kashi, Banaras. There he studied scriptures from Sri Madhusudan Vachaspati. And after studying various scriptures, he came to Vrindavan and joined Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. And after the disappearance of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami was respected by all the Vaishnavas as they respected Jiva Goswami as the head of all the Vaishnava communities, particularly the Gaudiya Vaishnava community. The northern belt, Mathura and Vrindavan, Bengal, Odisha. Particularly all the Vaishnavas in this particular region, they considered Jiva Goswami as their head because he was very greatly learned in all the scriptures, and he served Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, hence he was accepted as the head of all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, and many persons used to consult him for any kind of scriptural discrepancies or confusions. They used to approach Jiva Goswami. Sri Jiva Goswami also was the teacher of the three important persons: Shyamananda, who was Dukhi Krishnadas; Srinivas, who was named Acharya; and then Narottam, whom he gave the title Thakur. Narottam, Srinivas, Shyamanand, all the three studied under Jiva Goswami when they came to Vrindavan. And then later Jiva Goswami gave the scriptures of Goswamis and his own scriptures in the hands of these three to take them to Bengal and spread the message of the Goswamis. But later these scriptures were stolen. After hearing this, Jiva Goswami was shocked, but Srinivasa Acharya later, he again claimed back all the scriptures, he got them, and after this message went to Jiva Goswami, he became again very happy that all the Goswami scriptures are now intact. So this we have heard before. I don't want to go into that particular part of the narration because Jiva Goswami's life is very, very inspirational. We will hear some other episodes of his. And also Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has compiled Chaitanya Charitamrita during the time of Jiva Goswami only. When Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has compiled Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And another important service that Jiva Goswami used to do when he was in Vrindavan was, whenever the devotees from Bengal or Odisha visited Vrindavan, he used to take care of their stay and prasad facility. Jiva Goswami was engaged or was engaging himself in the service of all the Vaishnavas who visited Vrindavan. So this was a very, very special service that he was, rendering to the Vaishnavas. Now, he has written, Bhakti Ratnakar mentions that he has written several books. 25 of them are mentioned here. There are 25 books on his name. He has written all these books for the welfare of all the living entities. But what I want to go through is that there are three misunderstandings that have been widely spoken about, but which are very, very detrimental to devotional progress. Jiva Goswami, there are some few unscrupulous persons, they blame Jiva Goswami for three different accusations. They have accused Jiva Goswami for three different things, which are wrong, false, but still they are, propagating it. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada in Chaitanya Charitamrita's one of the purports, he mentions elaborately that those who think that Jiva Goswami has, committed or those who think that such, words of those who are unscrupulous, those who think that they are true, they would have committed offense at the feet of Jiva Goswami. So the first one is one Digvijayi Pandit, a scholar who has become victorious over several persons greatly learned persons. He became victorious, all of them. He came to Vrindavan. Digvijayi means he has become victorious all over. And now he came to Vrindavan, and if he had defeated Rupa Goswami in the argument, then there is no one equal to him in the entire continent. He would have become the greatest Pandit. So he came to Rupa Goswami, who was, sitting and writing. That was the afternoon time in summer. Jiva Goswami was fanning him. Jiva Goswami was fanning Rupa and Sanatana, and Rupa Goswami was writing. At that time, this Digvijayi Pandit, the scholar, he had come and he showed some mistakes in the writings of Rupa Goswami. In the very Mangalacharan, in the beginning Mangalacharan prayers by Rupa Goswami, this Digvijayi Pandit had shown some mistakes. Rupa Goswami did not say anything. He did not counter, he did not do any argument. And Digvijayi Pandit particularly wanted that he be given a victorious letter, that I have become victorious over Rupa Goswami, or Rupa Goswami is defeated in argument by me. Rupa Goswami did not really care for it because he had no time to engage in such activities. So he was very happy to offer him, defeat letter, that I got defeated. Jiva Goswami was fanning at that time. He saw that how can this person show mistakes in my Gurudev's writings? He used to consider Rupa Sanatana as his Guru. How can he show any mistakes in my Gurudev's writings? So after this Digvijayi Pandit, the scholar, he left. Jiva Goswami told to Rupa Goswami that I will fetch water from Yamuna. I will bring some water from Yamuna. By saying this, he left and went behind this scholar. And then he showed how Rupa Goswami's Mangalacharan is without any defects, and that his understanding is not correct. There was an argument between the two in which Jiva Goswami he successfully defeated. And there Jiva Goswami explained why Rupa Goswami, out of humility and not to waste any time away from engaging in the service that Mahaprabhu had given, he had agreed that he got defeated, but actually that is out of his humility. He has explained all this to that Pandit, the scholar. He could understand. He saw the extraordinary learning of Jiva Goswami. He came back to Rupa Goswami all the way and he told that it was my mistake. I could understand from your disciple Jiva that how I was mistaken. I am extremely sorry. So in this manner he submitted to Rupa Goswami. Now Rupa Goswami, he thought, why is Jiva involved in all these things? Jiva Goswami, this is not his duty. I have written a letter. He should have left it. Why is he wasting his time in this? Therefore, Rupa Goswami has sent him away. He sent him away. Just go away from here. Don't stay in front of my eyes. So some unscrupulous scholars, those who have no knowledge of spirituality, they claim that Jiva Goswami did not follow the ideal of Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami followed Trinadapi Sunichena, but Jiva Goswami could not follow that. Therefore, as a punishment, Rupa Goswami has sent him away. Therefore, we should not follow Jiva Goswami. Some people say this. But in reality, by completely retaining the honor of Sri Guru, he has actually exemplified the true service to Sri Guru. The service to Sri Guru is also lies in keeping the honor of Sri Guru intact. Our Guru Maharaj, he is accepted as a shining star in the Gaudiya sky. He is accepted by everyone as the direct associate of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And many persons, they take his guidance even today, indirectly through his books, through his speech, through his lectures. And many are getting inspired even till date. Therefore, it is completely in our hands to retain the honor of our Guru as it is. It is our responsibility to hold the glory of Gaudiya Vaishnavas intact, the glory of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Bhaktidaita Madhava Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Villabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, and all the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas. We need to keep the glory intact. Means by our own behavior, by our own conduct, by our own, it's our responsibility. It is our responsibility. Jiva Goswami has shown to all of us how to retain or maintain the glory of Sri Guru. This is the onus of all of us. But some people think that Jiva Goswami has not followed the ideal of Trinadapi Sunichena that Rupa Goswami followed, that's why he has been sent away. But this is a wrong understanding. After Jiva Goswami was sent, he came to Nandagram, and there he performed bhajan in solitude. Jiva Goswami, and he stopped eating. He ate very little. And he used to spend his time only in chanting. So one time Sanatana Goswami came to that place, and then he saw Jiva Goswami in such a state. Very lean he has become. By seeing Jiva Goswami in that state, Sanatana Goswami's love, affection, because he didn't know where he was, he suddenly found him in Nandagram. So he was brought back to Rupa Goswami and he told, please accept him. He is very nice devotee. He is, giving up his life without our association. Therefore, please give your shelter to him. Please keep him under you. And then later, Rupa Goswami has accepted him. And then it's not that accepting, disaccepting, not accepting. This is the pastime that Rupa Goswami and Jiva Goswami performed. It is not that Jiva Goswami was committed a blunder, but it is the pastime that has happened. But unscrupulous persons, those who have no knowledge, they claim that Jiva Goswami was punished. Now the second, time is up. The other, misunderstanding that ordinary people say is that that Kaviraj Goswami has written Chaitanya Charitamrita, and that Chaitanya Charitamrita was appreciated by so many persons. Many persons appreciated the beautiful writing of Kaviraj Goswami, and everyone were talking about the Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and Chaitanya Charitamrita. By hearing this and by knowing this, Jiva Goswami became jealous. They say like this: Jiva Goswami has become jealous of Chaitanya Charitamrita and Kaviraj Goswami, and therefore he has thrown Chaitanya Charitamrita in a well so that it is destroyed, so that its glory is not spread further. But later, his own Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's servant, his name is Mukunda, he could somehow retain all of this in his mind, and therefore he again wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is why we have Chaitanya Charitamrita now. Otherwise, Jiva Goswami has put it in the well. That is what many persons say. Srila Prabhupada says, if ever anyone thinks like this, or even believes in such words, he is going to go to hellish planets. There cannot be any kind of such jealousy in the devotees. and particularly devotees like Jiva Goswami. And the third, blame on Jiva Goswami is that Rupa Goswami talked about Parakiya Ras. You know Parakiya Ras, right? Okay. Jiva Goswami talked about Parakiya Ras. Sorry, Rupa Goswami. But Jiva Goswami in his commentaries he wrote about Swakiya Ras. He did not write about Parakiya Ras. He wrote about Swakiya Ras. So by this, Jiva Goswami deviated from the writings of Rupa Goswami and his instructions. This is what many persons say. But actually, Jiva Goswami, seeing that many persons are not able to understand this Parakiya Rasa and therefore they are committing offense to the Lord, and hence may they not do such offensive activities. Jiva Goswami has written commentaries based on Swakiya Rasa, but not that he was against. Actually, he was the one who is completely surrendered to Rupa Goswami and his instructions. Therefore, Acharyas, they see time, they see the place, they see the people, and accordingly, they, seemingly, they change the outer appearance, but inwardly, the topmost philosophy is retained. Just like the outside coating of it is changed, the way it is presented is changed, but it is the same philosophy. So, anyone who thinks that Jiva Goswami has deviated from the teachings of Rupa Goswami, they are greatly mistaken and they would have committed offense. So, Srila Prabhupada says we should not fall into such, bad propaganda and, fall victims to Vaishnava Aparadh. So, Jiva Goswami disappeared in the month of Paush, means December, January, on the Shukla Tritiya, bright fortnight, third day, which is tomorrow. Today is, yesterday was Pratipad, today is Dvitiya, the second day, tomorrow is Tritiya, the third day, in the bright fortnight. So, tomorrow is his disappearance day, and his favorite deity or worship deity, Shri Radha Damodarji, is in Vrindavan Radha Damodar temple. The Jiva Goswami Radha Damodar temple in Radha Damodarji is worshipped there. And there, very next to Radha Damodar Mandir, is also his samadhi. His samadhi is there. And in Radha Kunda, there is his bhajan kutir. In Radha Kunda, his bhajan kutir is there, and samadhi is there in the premises of Radha Damodar temple only. So tomorrow is his disappearance day. Tomorrow we will read about Jagadish Pandit. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatattvatmak Shri Gaura Hari Ki Jai. Paramaraditam Patita Pavana Stotra Satya Shri Srimad Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Shri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishwam Vishnupad Pranamata Stotra Satya Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय. श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. सपरिकर श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री राधा गोविंद श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय. जय श्री श्री जीव गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय. जय समागत हरि कथा श्रवणकारी भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.